Hello, lovely people. I'm Debs. Welcome back to my channel, The Creative Book Shack. It's Monday. Monday for me means it's time to do hashtag 50 Stack Challenge 8, which is hosted by Amy at Crafty Cat 7212. She's picked her prompts. The first prompt is clock, and the second prompt is vintage lace. I'm going to do them backwards. So I have my index cards. I use these. I've stuck two together because they're too thin. I've covered them in a book page. In fact, it's a dictionary page, both sides, and that's about it. I've got some things. So I've got some tea-dyed ink. I have inked these slightly, and I used antique linen. But I have some of this. I've got some old material paper, which I have scrunched, which I am now going to unscrunch. And I'm thinking we just rip a bit so it doesn't cover all of the dictionary page. Rip a bit more. I'm not bothered about it being deku. Ooh, should have used the glue stick. Glue mat. Where's the glue mat? There it is. For various bits and pieces, we will put that down there like that. We will embrace the wrinkles. We will get the tea dye and just go over some of the wrinkles like that. And then I shall cut off this excess there and at the top. Okay. Right, what do we want to do next? Oh, this is something that I picked up from my mother's. It turns out it's a sort of sticky vinyl thing that is discoloured now and has lost all of its sticky. But I'm going to use some of it because there's no point in throwing this stuff away. I'm going to use some of it, I think, down the bottom there. Oh, very bright light. Bear with me a second. Okay. That appears to have got rid of the very bright light. So I'm just going to... What do I want? I think I might want a bit of the stripy stuff. Goodness knows how long she's had this for. My mother, that is. Before she handed it over to me last week. But, oh, I quite like that. Yeah, I quite like that. I think I probably ought to go with the wet glue on this one. It's certainly lost all of its stick. Right, let's put that along there. Now, what I have for my main image is this young lady who has been taken from the front of a 1950s pattern. I like her. I've just broken her, but we will I think I want to lose some of that up there. Shame about this bit. I like this tornage, but I can't get all of it on there. What I am going to do though, this is the lace I'm using, and it was rolled up in this tape, which you can see is quite old. Some of this has got orange zigzag stitching on it, but I don't like that bit. I'm going to have to unpick it at some point. I want to, oh, this is annoying me. Let's tear that off. Right. So, I want her on here, probably at a nice jaunty angle. I'm going to put the vintage lace down there. That's a bit. I will cut it off there, I think. Now, the order to do these things, I also want some of that, which I'm thinking I will put on there. Yeah. But also, where is my... I'm going to see if I can ink her just a bit without completely ruining her. Ooh. So delicate, this paper. I like her. She wasn't the main image on the pattern. I've still got the main image on the pattern. Okay, so I think the first thing to do is to put some of this broken tape on there. Yeah. So I'm going to put some wet glue on this old yellowed sellotape. And I'm going to stick it over the top of the bit I split. Okay, I like that. Next, I am going to put the lace on, and the lace is going to go straight down there. Yeah, so fabric glue lives there. I love this challenge. Amy asked for subscribers' suggestions for the prompts, so she draws them each week from a list of suggestions that were submitted by subscribers, which I think is just great fun. Right, that is going there. And we'll cut that off there, and we will move that out of the way. Then the other thing I hooked out was this from my tab drawer. I think I might want to put a tab on it. Should I put a tab on the side? Yeah, let's put the tab on first, shall I? So I was making these the other day. You know when you can't think of anything to do, and so you just do some little mindless things and put them in a box. That way. I know it says specimen, but I don't think it matters. I'm going to put that there like that. And I think, I should have inked the edges first. Never mind. Dare I chance this? Being gentle with a glue stick isn't in my nature. And I rip things constantly. And when the paper is already ripped, I want to be really gentle with it. Let's see if that's going to work. So we're going to put you, young lady, down there. And then I'm going to do the bit I forgot. Just ink around the edge with some tea dye because the colour matches the lace quite well. And I think that will do us. That is my antique lace, vintage lace, whatever lace. I'm just going to pause you, clear this up, and we'll start on the second one. Okay, I'm back. Right, this doesn't look like an index card, does it? I've just broken my nail. Never mind. It's not, but I'm going to cut it down once I've finished playing with it. What I've done is I've drawn a clock. And I was just in the process of going round said clock, the pencil lines, with a, what is this? It's a Tombow pen. Should really have used the Micron pen, but I'm not using water, so doesn't really matter. Okay, what else have I missed? I've missed this inside circle there, which runs into that circle like that, and also comes down here. Right. Now you can probably see, I don't know if you can, all the pencil lines on there, which I am now going to get rid of, most of them anyway, if I can. This I want for my whimsical journal. I'm rubbing all the numbers out, but I need to do them again in pen anyway, so this is a bit smudgy, to be honest, but we'll see how we go. Yeah, a bit smudgy. Right, I've got a selection of pens. What should we start with? Let's start with the eyes, because I'm going to need to put some pupils on over that. The face, I think, yeah, the face can be some of these tri-blend pens again. I find them useful for putting shadows on things. So this is going to be pretty much a stop-start video because I'm sure you don't want me to colour in. So we'll do a quick stop-start at the beginning and end of each process. Bear with me. Okay, so that's the face of the clock done. With these tri-blend pens, incidentally, you get the 3 variations of colour, but if you take the lighter pen and go over the edges of the slightly darker one, you can make them blend in together nicer. I mean, it doesn't work all the time. Well, it does work all the time, but it depends on how long you've left it, etc., etc., etc. Right, I need some eyeballs, pupils in my clock eyes, like that. I shall go for some what do we got here? No. Let's just go for some nice scarlet for the mouth. These aren't tri-blend pens, these are watercolour pens. Sadly, the Tombow pen is also water-based. Should have thought of that before I started. But there we go, we'll have a red mouth and I'll get a micron pen. Just to finish his mouth off. Now I want some, oh, what should we have? He can have some green boots, maybe. So I'm going in with a lighter one first. Like that. The medium one I'm just going to add to the bottom and round there, down the bottom, maybe a bit around there as well. And then the darker one I'm going to put inside there. He can have some yellow socks, I think, just like that. Now I'm going to start doing the outside. I will come back to you. Okay, there's the outside of the clock done. Next, I need to do these. I've got some metallic pens for that. Let's see what this one's like. Ooh. What colour is this one? It doesn't actually say. Maybe I'll go silver and darker silver. So, yeah, that one's a silver. That one's a darker silver. I think that should work. So, what I want with the darker silver, I want to do that bit, this bit at the top, this bit here, and the underneath of the bells. Just like that. Also water-based pens, these. So try not to spill anything on them. Okay, so those are the shadows. I'll have silver bells on these. Just like that. How's everybody's Monday going? I hope you all had a good weekend. We had yet another birthday party here. My stepson's birthday is just a few days after my husband's birthday. Right, that is our clock coloured in. What it doesn't have, however, is numbers. I find it easier to do the numbers at the 4 points of the compass before I then fill in the rest of them. Although they don't have to be precise. This is a whimsical clock for my whimsical journey. 7 and 8. Okay, here is my clock. Now, what I intend to do with him is cut him down to the size that I want. So, if you bear with me a few minutes, I will get on and do that. It's almost cut down. So I've cut it at the bottom, I've cut it at this side, and now what I want to do is cut around it. Just do some fussy cutting, but not too much, because this is going to be a pocket. And I know that's probably not in the spirit of the 50 snack challenge, but it's a piece of ephemera. And I wanted one specifically for my whimsical journal that I am doing for hashtag Junk Journal Madness, which is hosted by Susan. I totally love it. But also she has a guest co-host. That's not straight. Do I mind it's not straight? Maybe I just take that bit. Yeah, Susan has a co-host each month, and this month the co-host is Trish from Crafting Whimsy, and the prompt is a letter of the alphabet. So I thought I would do W for Whimsy. Right, I've already inked the page this is going to go on, so I want to ink this a bit more. just so it also matches in. I mean, the problem with that is that the page it's going on is cream coloured, or was originally cream coloured, and this is obviously white. Splodge, splodge, splodge. Okay, I'm going to put this straight into the book because I might as well, but I also might as well just wipe off all this mess that I've created because I didn't put the paper protector down. Right, okay. This is my whimsical journal. This is where we're up to. I want this to go here like a pocket. I think that will work. So I am going to take my glue. I'm going to try and make it come out. Oops. Way too much. But it doesn't matter. Okay, there we go. And then that will go down there. I want to put a sentiment on it. Do I want to put a sentiment on it? Well, I can always come back to that, can't I? So, incidentally, this one I did yesterday. Just a piece of red cardboard. Put this on for the shading. White pen. That's what I've forgotten. White pen. I want a bit of white down there and down there. We'll put a little glint in his eye. Bit of white on there. Yeah, I think that will do us, won't it? What do you think? Okay, so my 50 stack challenge 8 for, oh no, I was telling you about this. Yeah, just put some highlights on there and some darker red so it actually looked like a flower pot. And then that's a little accordion thing. Anyway, this is a pocket 50 stack challenge 8 hosted by Amy at Crafty Cat 7212. This is my first prompt, clock, and I have already lost, oh no, here's my second prompt, vintage lace. I hope you like them. Thank you very much for stopping by. I will speak to you again soon. Bye for now.